In 2012, violence became the order of the day when rebel fighters occupied the historical desert city of Timbuktu. Among the facilities captured and damaged was the Ahmed Baba Research Institute, home to thousands of ancient manuscripts. South Africa had invested millions in the state-of-the-art preservation center at the facility as part of its Timbuktu Trust Fund. Now, 3 years later and over 6,000 kilometers away, a different fight is being fought by research academics at the University of Cape Town's Timbuktu Manuscripts Project. That is made by the government's recent decision to close the fund, leaving an uncertain future for the preservation facility.
The collaboration of the South African government is very important, especially for our colleagues that we work very closely, our colleagues in Mali. We work with them, we invite them here for periods, we go to Mali for periods, and they are waiting on this building to be fixed and brought to date so that they can continue with their work. So it's actually very frustrating for them not to be able to continue with their work, which also kind of hinders our work, because if we need access to manuscripts, to more digitized manuscripts, we can't get access to them because they don't have any facilities to work from.
The research team believes there are over 40,000 manuscripts from the Ahmed Baba facility that still need to be carefully catalogued, and that South African funding for the project is still desperately needed. Thousands of manuscripts have since been moved to a rented building in Bamako. But even within the safety of the capital, the continued preservation is not only a major concern, but an economic necessity.
They're now in Bamako in quite a perilous state because the weather in Bamako is very different from Timbuktu. And in fact, the intention of the Ahmed Baba director is to move the manuscripts as soon as possible back to Timbuktu. And in fact, as we know, the economy of Timbuktu is very depressed. The manuscripts are not only a source of research, but also of livelihood for many of the people.
The decision by South Africa to close the fund is largely seen as a result of the country completing its intended mandate. But some believe that the proper action now will be what counts most towards the future of the manuscripts.
It's not as though South Africa has played its part. It's not as though the center is operating. It's not as though those objects and artifacts are now within safekeeping. They're in dire trouble in the sense that now is the time that they need that help. So why should we back out at this critical moment? I mean, let at least stabilize the situation, get other partners involved, get UNESCO and other cultural agencies involved. But we as a country have the expertise, we have the knowledge, and hopefully we have some funding. Now, why should we back out at this particular moment?
The thousands of documents already catalogued speak of a time when a thriving book trade existed, and one in which scholars and academics published and studied books that speak to the very identity of the African continent. It was in August 2008 that former South African President Thabo Mbeki welcomed a collection of manuscripts right here at the historical castle in Cape Town. Since then, the political landscape has certainly changed in both countries, and there remains a lot of uncertainty about the future of the ancient documents. Andrews, CCTV, Cape Town.